The Northern Kentucky Chamber's largest diversity, equity, and inclusion event of the year happens this Friday. And joining me now is Ashley Dubois from the Chamber. Ashley, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Tell us a little bit about this event. Why is it important to have?
So we have it once a year. Last year was the first one, and we blew it out the water.
Wow.
With only 6 weeks to plan, we had over 300 C-suite executives, frontline executives, and we really heard from the community that said, we need something that helps us to better learn about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so we're back for year 2. We did a little bit of a rebrand, so now we call it Investing in Equity because it's very intentional what we're trying to do. And so we're hoping for more than 300 people this year because we're not stopping.
So who can come? Like, who are you encouraging to come out to this?
So we do a lot with our HR professionals, right? That's typically where it lives in some of our corporations. But we want frontline staff. We want students to come. We would love for families to come because we live, work, and play in this region.
Right. Yeah.
So we want everyone to come. You're included. We want you to feel welcome, and we want everybody to know that we want you here in this region and we don't want you to leave.
Absolutely. And we're looking at some pictures from, I believe, last year's event.
Yes.
How was the feedback that you got from people?
We had overwhelming feedback that we couldn't have it once a year. And so after the event was over, I said, well, why don't we come together and have a summit series? So we do those every other month, and we get to tackle a topic deep dive. So we do strategic sessions where maybe 60 people or less are in the room, and then you get to talk to people who are doing the work with you, and that you can call and say, hey, I'm curious, how are you doing it in your organization? We would like to do that in our organization. So it really becomes a community effort.
Wow. And so it's going to be in Erlanger this year. What are those details?
Yes. So Friday, June the 9th, that's this Friday, 7:30 to 12. I tell people I get you in early, but I'm getting you out. I'm going to feed you. You're going to eat very well. And then we're going to make sure you have a lot of great content. So by the time you leave, you'll have new friends, maybe even new family members, and you would have learned something to take back to your workplace.
And you guys have a keynote speaker. So who's the keynote speaker?
We do. Lillian Dukes is a Senior Vice President of Technical Operations at Atlas Air. She's only one of 5 in this particular field. So it's very interesting when we see women climb to these heights and what they have to go through, as well as the intentionality that Atlas Air said they were going to have when they move to the region, the pilots that they're hiring, as well as the cargo that they're shipping around the world. So it's going to be really interesting because a lot of people don't even know that Atlas Air is here.
No, and I was just about to ask you, I know it's at St. Elizabeth's. Is there a specific reason why?
So we do it at the C-Tech Center because St. Elizabeth is our largest employer. So we think about where are people working, where are you getting your health care. It is extremely important when you walk into the doctor that they see you for who you are, all the way from when you walk into reception to the person that's treating your vitals in the back. So we thought that would be a great opportunity to have it there. And then they're a really great partner of ours. So they host us every year, and it has been amazing. Beautiful space, beautiful technology, and amazing people.
How do we need to register? Is it free? How can we sign up?
You do register, so it's not free, but it will 100% be worth it. So you can go to the Northern Kentucky Chamber, NKYChamber.com. It's right there on the homepage. It is the biggest event we have this week.